All right. I figured right now would be a good time to go live. I haven't gone live for maybe 6 months. Normally I have my wife help me, but I'm here in the shop, just buttoning up some things, and just wanted to see if anybody wanted to talk scooters while I did this. People always ask me why I don't go live anymore, and truth is, just haven't had time. So I'm putting together these Chinese scooter upgrade kits for these for some customers. Which, by the way, if you own a Chinese scooter, you got these little to-go boxes, and see if I can flip these around. Yeah, these it comes with a vacuum line, spark plug. The rubber on the Chinese scooter is always dry rot, so it comes with these guys, fuel filter, and the magnetic drain plug kit. And it all comes, oil too. It all comes in this Chinese to-go box. So we got some people in here. Let's see. There we go. Hi, everybody. How we doing? I know sometimes it takes a little bit for the comments to start coming, but what did we say? Somebody said 32 millimeter carb. Which somebody asked, is a 32 millimeter carb any good? What's it going on? And what size engine? So the what I've been doing today, should show you. I have a video coming out probably tomorrow or something like that. So 150 cc. Working on this guy. I did engine bushings. The bushings that came out of it are freaking horrible. Look at this. Of course I cut this to get it out, but Jesus, look at that sucker. Thing's gonna ride like a caddy. All right, let's see. So it's 150 cc. You're wondering about a 32 millimeter carburetor. I think that's way too big. So I have this 232 cc. Let me flip it around. My 232 cc Ruckus. It's fuel injected now, but before I did any performance or the fuel injection system, I had a 32 millimeter carb on that, and it was almost too fat, too much fuel, and that was on a 232 cc. So I'm not sure. I don't think, but keep in mind that I'm in Denver, Colorado. I'm a mile above sea level, and we have less air up here, about 20%. So anything that I'm telling you is where all my information comes from. It might work, I don't know, but my 2-second thought is no, it's not gonna work, it's too big. I had somebody ask about the Street Cub build. Well, I just got back on vacation. I was been gone for a month, and honestly, I haven't had time before that. And on top of that, remember we had that spacer issue, spacing the motor or the wheel for the chain. Well, I have spacers. I actually got those in the mail today. So I'm going to try to do that this weekend. I don't know what's going to happen, but that's a personal project, so that gets put on the back burner. Not to mention it's freezing out. Actually, today was 17 degrees, or 60 degrees. Yesterday was 17 degrees. Can you believe that? So I like to work with the garage open so it's not so dark. That's at my house, by the way. This shop, I have these lights, but so a lot of reasons why I haven't worked on it, but it's not abandoned at all. I'm still gonna do it. So I got some more comments coming in. Let's see. In Miami, I was in Miami for about 3 or 2 weeks last week. I love Miami. Let's see. South Korea, nice. That's on my bucket list of places to go. Normally we go to Thailand. I went to Thailand last year and the year before. I really love Asian culture. People are so different in a good way. So we got scooter idle drops really low after it warms up and then goes back to normal for a bit and then drops again. So symptoms of that happening is you have an air leak. You probably have an air leak. What you should check is, let me show you on here. Flip this camera around. There we go. check to make sure that up underneath your CV boot here, like there's an O-ring underneath there, make sure that's nice and sealed. Make sure this clamp is real tight. Anything past there is not going to be an air leak. Assuming you're talking about a 4-stroke, if you're talking about a 2-stroke, then it could be an air leak in the cases, the crank seals. There could be a variety of things that cause that. But it sounds like an air leak. When you have an air leak, you have an erratic idle. All right, what do we got here? Some more comments. Let's see. Damn, I missed a lot of these comments. Oops. Can you send out 150C flip? Yeah, I can do a 180cc, no problem. Do that all the time. If you haven't seen, since we're on the subject of motors, check out this Warfab built this stand for me. I've been testing my fuel injection system with it, which is on here now. Fuel injection coming soon for the Gy6. I've been really working on this hard. I've got this tuner. I have a few customers that bought the beta version of fuel injection kit, which means it's plug and play, but it hasn't been tuned properly. That's a work in progress that I'm doing right now. Let me look at these other comments real quick. Let's see. Got, as far as that motor, if you guys want anything, like if you want me to build a 180cc, well, I have a 190cc on the website you can just buy. Of course, I'll have to build it. But if you want to do 180, just email me. Where's the best and cheapest 150cc you can buy? So what you're going to want to do is head over to rollingwrenchdenver.com. That's the best. Probably not the cheapest, but it's the best. I only put what I think is the best on our website. But if you want the cheapest, I'm sure eBay is the cheapest. But remember, you pay for what you get. Wanting to convert a 2004 Yamaha Zuma with a 70cc kit to liquid cooled, is there an easy way to do this? Yes, there is. Look up TIADA, T-I-A-D-A. Look them up. They have kit, bolt-on kit for that. It comes with a radiator, water pump, everything. .171cc is quick. Yeah, that's the thing is like, I always get shit on YouTube because my scooter's slower and it's smaller. Well, here's the thing, I lose 20%. So this 232cc Ruckus that I have is only equivalent to a 190cc for people that are at sea level. So remember that when you watch my videos. Anything that I show you, most likely you're at sea level and you'll get 20% more power. What else we got here? I thought maybe I could do YouTube live and actually get things done, but that ain't gonna work. That's okay, as long as I'm helping you guys out and growing the channel. Not many tricked out scooters in South Korea? Really? I wouldn't expect that. What in Thailand? That's the whole way I came across the Street Cub was in Thailand. I can't believe that there's no modified scooters in South Korea. There's probably a lot of Cubs though, right? I'm reading some of these comments. Let's see. When you're talking about CVT, I currently have this is on a Kimco 125. Currently have a setup of 13 and 14 gram variator, light and clutch, bell with 1500 springs. Oopsie, sorry. Torque driver spring. So when you're dealing with this, with these CVTs, man, there's so many moving parts. Like I couldn't tell you like just directly right now like what to go for. There's just you change the weights and the secondary spring, the clutch spring. You do all that together. I tell you, on the Ruckus kit that we built, for the CVT kit, that literally took me 8 hours to tune. You change one thing, it's just trial and error. That's I'm sorry, I'm not much help on that, but that's seriously what it is. It's kind of like asking me what jets to use at this RPM with this motor. It's just trial and error. Every motor's different. But I bet you that sucker flies. Urban Express. Do you think you could put a Gy6 in it? What is an Urban Express? Why do I not know what that is? I'm gonna see what an Urban Express is. I'm sorry guys, I also didn't prepare for this and I don't have my tripod. So, like everywhere here. There we go. Urban Express, I'm just gonna pull that up on Google. Urban Express. So if you just call us, our number is 720-496, or I'm sorry, 720-341-2326. Rick, we're not open right now, but I would love to help you. Urban Express, Honda Urban Express. Oh, no, I don't think you could do a Gy6 on that. It's a two-stroke. If you could, I mean, you'd take some serious fab work. Let's see. Yeah, the fuel injection system is going to be sweet. Actually, I was riding it today. The thing is, like, for the cold starts on the fuel injection system, I've been trying to dial it in. You have one try every day. So crank it over. If it doesn't start, you got to wait till the next day and make one tweak. Right now, I have it cold starts working pretty good. You wouldn't believe how much work goes into that, getting the tune right. But it will be sweet. I can't wait. I might even do a, once it's done, there's this easy, where is it at? Let me find this. I have a tuner. Why can't I find this? Oh, where is it? I'm trying to find this tuner. Oh, here it is. I have this tuner here that I had custom made. This one goes to my C3, but this tuner will plug into this guy, and then you'll be able to make the adjustments really easy with a handheld. Right now I'm using like a laptop computer. I'll show you this map. It's pretty cool how you can change all this. Sorry about this shakiness. I should have like I said, I did this on a whim. I should have brought a timing or a stand here for my phone. But yeah, so you can change everything. This sucker plugs right into the computer, and I can change everything. And I've been tuning it with this little guy. So based on what this says, I just make the adjustments. Pretty sweet. All right, what do we got here? We've got there's no Cubs in South Korea. Really? That's so surprising. What's the price for the fuel injection kit once it's available? I'm really trying to stay in the $500 range for the plug-and-play fuel injection kit. That's my goal. I don't want it to go past that, but we'll see. It's looking like $500 though. And then once I do that, I'm doing a stock, the Get motor for the stock Ruckus fuel injection kit, and so on. Build a fast two-stroke AF16 Elite, not the Chinese junk. Well, not all of it's junk actually, but I will say the two strokes are way sweet. Actually, if you don't, there's two different motors. I'll educate you really quick when you do Gy6. So this motor right here is made by Tita, that same company that I just told you about. And it's made in Taiwan. It's called a Gy6 Bb Motor. It's what you find in the Kimco and the Genuine Buddies. And then you have the Gy6A motor. They look exactly the same. The only difference is, well, I won't go into that. There's a lot of difference. and this is a Gy6A motor. I don't care what anybody says, these Chinese 150cc motors, these Gy6s, are absolutely bulletproof. As long as you get rid of anything rubber on them, like the bushings. But they are bulletproof. I've been doing this for 17 years and they rarely blow up. Let's see, what do we got here? Tita, yeah. So the Tita water-cooled cylinder kit. Any ideas which one? No, I don't have any ideas. I'd have to research it. I've actually never done it, but I've seen the kit, and I've worked on scooters that's already had it done. Some guys have installed a 100cc two-stroke on their Zoomers. Oh yeah, that'd be cool. I've seen that done. The Zoomers, Zoomers also known as a Ruckus in Asia. Yeah, that's pretty cool. For me though, the two strokes in a Ruckus is kind of like having a Harley with a street bike motor. It just sounds weird. It's just a weird concept to me. But don't get me wrong, I love two strokes. They are sweet. But I had the tuner built for this guy. This fuel injection system, it runs pretty good, but not perfect. On the higher RPMs, it's not like. So remember, I was saying I had a 32 millimeter carburetor on here. It was faster with that, which is kind of a bummer. So this one's still a work in progress, but this fuel injection kit is completely different than the one over here. This is Uncle Phil's bike. This is the bike that was in the build series. He's being nice enough to let me have it for a long time and tune it. It's been like a month. But my little peanut shop is so full of like bikes right now. This is my tester scooter that I do all the little testing. Actually, this guy is gonna. There's gonna be a whole build series on this on the Get motor, the GY. Why do I keep saying Gy6? The Ruckus Get motor. There'll be a whole series like for performance work on that, like 20 millimeter carb. Then we'll do the fuel injection system just to kind of mix and match and see what people, a lot of people have questions on that. All right. Yeah, the oil cooler setup on that actually is honestly kind of a cheap deal. Tita makes one, but this right here is just like a cheap, that's loose, a cheap setup. It's for a pit bike, but see what happened is the pulley on here, the variator, went right through there. I drove off and had a huge stream of oil, so that's when I kind of got stranded here. I need to redo that. I made it look nice with the braided line, but I just got these wheels done. They are just sweet. See if you can see these. Look at these things. There's a whole, I have a video up that shows the whole build of them. I had them cut and stuff. We have them on our website. This set of wheels is $650. All right, let's see what else we got. Is it possible to put a 10 millimeter turbo and really produce any power on 180cc? That's a good question. That's actually something that I'm going to be doing, putting a turbo on that 232. Honestly, I don't think, gosh, I like to think that it will help, but geez, it's a single cylinder. You're not going to get the turbo to spool up, I don't think, like you would with a twin or a triple or anything with multiple pistons. But I'm going to try it. I don't know. I don't know if it will. We'll see. The only real way to do it, though, I think, is with a fuel injection system. That's the only way I know of. Let's see, what do we got here? Nice, you got a Ruckus. Oops. Does anybody have any questions regarding any questions or like problems they're having, things like that. That's kind of why I like to go live, because I can't always answer all the questions. But if you have like a technical problem, I'd love to help. A lot of my videos don't cover that. I'm gonna change oil on. I was actually gonna change oil when I was gonna do this live and change the oil, but I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna now. Look at these wheels. Aren't those so badass? 13 inch. These guys are 12. These gas caps are sweet too. Can you do a full harness tuck video through the frame? Yeah, I could do that. I actually haven't done that on this yet, but check this out. See these wires coming through? So that's what this is for, this cover, to do the harness tuck. So what you do, I'll just tell you really quick. So you drill a hole basically right here in the frame. Your wires go through. They come out right down here, but the wires are tucked behind there. And then they come through the frame right here, up through here, and then you drill a hole. That's how you would do it. But someday I'm gonna do that. A video. Let's see what else we got. Definitely would do the Gy6 motor as a turbo for sure. That's in the works. I'm building a, what does it say? Building a, is that a go-car? Go-car, you mean go-kart? I think that's what you meant. 670cc V-twin 22 horsepower Predator. Jesus, that's not gonna be quick. Put a video up for that, I wanna see it. My throttle handle is loose. There's a whole assembly moves forward and back without acceleration. Well, there's on the handlebars itself. Let's see if I can. On the handlebars itself, and that's not a good example. Let me go over here. I don't know, I'm trying to guess what you mean, but this whole thing moves back and forth like when you pull the throttle. There's a pin on the stock control, and there's a hole in the bottom of the handlebar. That pin locks it in. So I don't know if that broke, but if it's broken, there's really only one way. I mean, you can do like jerry rig it by putting some tape to build up the thing, but the bar, I wouldn't recommend that though. Just replace it. Or if you're saying like you have a lot of free play here, which there should only be like just a little bit like this, there's a lock nut right up underneath there. I think you got a better example over here. Yeah, here's a better example. Nope, not a better example. Over here. Yeah, there we go. See that? You can just loosen that and kind of get the free play out. This would be a perfect example of the free play. What else we got? We got, let's see. Yeah, go-kart you said. So that would be sweet. Heck yeah. Go-kart with 650 in it. Let's see. Any tips on, I don't know what that says. Any tips on something on the handlebar assembly? 50cc to 150 swap vid. Thing about that is you don't want me doing any fab work like welding, even though I can. Yeah, you wouldn't want me to. So the thing about 50cc's and 150cc's, I actually have a really good example here. So 150cc mounts from the top, just like this. The 50cc's, they mount from the bottom. So you can't really just pull a 150 out and bolt in a 50 or a 50cc and bolt in a 150cc. That's really not too possible easily. But you can fab one, you know, weld in the brackets. If you have a 50cc, my best recommendation is on our website, we have a 120cc monster kit. I actually just put the video up yesterday for that install. By the way, some of my videos that I have on YouTube are paid. Like you have to rent them or buy them. Well, YouTube's not doing that anymore. They're not doing the paid thing. So I'm taking all of those videos that were paid and I'm going to put them on YouTube for free. They're just going to have a bunch of ads on them. But I'm going to offer the same thing without ads on my website. Some of these videos, though, like there's no way I could do this without making any money. Like some of them literally take me like 10 hours to build, like the hour-long videos. So I'm sorry I charge for them, but some of them you have to. And I appreciate the support from everybody, definitely. What do we got? Once you got the frame portion, I had the hardest time finishing the wires through. Yeah, it is. It's not easy to tuck the wires on a ruckus. I know that. I think I've only done it once though. But you know what you can do? That's too much work. The wires that I use are Tefzel wires, which are about half as thick. They're these ones right here. So like any of my wiring harness kits are Tefzel. See how thin these are? This is still 18 gauge. I don't know if you can tell the difference or not, but these are 18 gauge and they're half the thickness of any other wire. Tefzel, military grade. It's the best wire that you can buy. So if you wanted to, you can rewire it with thinner wire. Like that harness that I have, this one right here, is all built with Tefzel wire. See all these thin wires? I built this from scratch, and they're real thin, as opposed to like the stock. It's like, here's one loom of wire, like that. As opposed to like stock, you get like, let's see, like these big thick things. Let's see, what else we got? Bought an 09 Zuma 50T, got it running, but the carb overflows. Took it apart, cleaned it, adjusted the float height, but still overflows. Any idea? Yes. Let me see if I have anything. I don't think I have anything to show you. So the needle and seat, you got the float, and then the needle attaches to the float. I'm trying to think of, do I have something like that to show you? Yeah, here we go. Let me pull this out of here really quick, and then I can show you what I'm talking about. As far as the float sticking. So you have the float, just like this, okay? And then you have your needle and seat, which looks like this. Well, you're adjusting the float, which is this little tang that you're bending. So this guy is supposed to plunge the fuel and stop the fuel from flowing. Well, there's a seat that goes around this guy. And that guy, the O-ring on it is bad. Look at that. Also, before you put it back in, test it on the bench. Just put some fuel going towards the carb and just see if it leaks out the carb without putting it all back together. That's really the only thing it could be. Your float height's not right, or your needle and seat are damaged, or the seat that screws into the carb, that guy's messed up, or the O-ring on it's bad. So check that. Let's see what we got. I'm reading these other. Do you need a longer timing chain for the 44 millimeter stroker? Yes, you do. Even though I've never done it, the stroker on a QMB 139, I've done them on Gy6s a lot, and you do need a longer chain. My school is not charging. I put up a new rectifier there and it's still not charging. He must have meant scooter. My scooter is not charging. I put a new rectifier on there and it's still not charging. Can you tell me what the problem is? So the charging system's a super simple deal. I don't know where you got the rectifier, but I will tell you, if you bought it on eBay, I used to do that. I used to buy cheap. I'm not dogging anybody. I'm just telling you what the facts. The cheap rectifiers, if you put a brand new one in, I would say 2 out of 10 are going to be bad. So take that into consideration as well. But there's only, charging system's pretty simple. So there's the stator, which is under here, right under here, comes out through here and plugs right into a plug. So the stator pumps AC volts. The AC volts go into a rectifier regulator that's up underneath here, which you replaced. That rectifier regulator converts AC volts to DC volts, and it also regulates the charge. So one thing that you can do, you can turn your multimeter. If you don't have a multimeter, you can get one, or a voltmeter, I'm sorry. You can get that on at any like Harbor Freight or O'Reilly or any of those places. And they look like this. Like that. You can check the charging through here. It should be 28,000 volts AC. You check, there's gonna be 3 yellow. Hopefully that helps. What do you got here? The yellow scooter's like mine. Yeah, this scooter's sweet. I had a trade. I'm actually gonna sell this scooter. That's why I have it in here. Check that out, 457 miles. That's Nissan Beamer, 2-stroke. Sweet. Do you sell parts? Yes, I definitely sell parts. My parts can be purchased or checked out at rollingwrenchdenver.com. You can click the link. It should be in the description. If not, rollingwrenchdenver.com. Or just Google rolling wrench. It'll come up. You got parts to build a sick C70? Some. A lot of those parts on the. If you haven't seen my Street Cub build, which is a C70, then go to check it out. I can't believe how many views I've gotten in Asia. In a month, I got 130,000 views. That never happens on that build. But most of those parts that I have on the Street Cub build, those were bought, like when I went to Thailand, I bought them, right in person. And the other ones were imported from Malaysia. Just random websites out there. You wouldn't believe how cheap they are, though. It's crazy. Best upgrades for an 06 Vino 125. Variator. You can do a variator. 10-gram sliders. Do 10-gram sliders to start. And they have big bore kit. I think the Zuma motor and the Vino are 2 different motors, but you could do a pressure relief system on there. That would help. And you can always do exhaust and intake as well. But I don't think there's a big bore kit available for that. I'm finished. I don't know when I'm going to finish the C70, but I'm going to work on it hopefully this weekend. But like I said, that Street Cub build, the C70 build, I keep saying it's a C70 in all my videos, but actually it's a C90. But that's my personal project, so that kind of takes, like I've got other things to do sometimes. I know everybody wants to see it, but it's definitely going to be a completed project. You guys will see it unfold. So hopefully this weekend. I took a 150cc and put it on a 50cc frame, but I'm still using the 50cc wiring harness. Is that a problem? No, the 150cc and the 50cc that's fine. So my wiring harness that I have for Ruckus, we use all stock. Actually, I have it over here. So this is a stock. This is a 150cc Ruckus. See that? Everything in here is completely stock. I utilized the all the original stuff here. I only added this. And, a bunch of wiring and stuff. But yeah, that is absolutely no problem. You can do that. Let's see, what do we got here? We got other. Let's see. Free videos are awesome. Yeah, I'm trying to keep them free. you know what helps me out so I can keep them free is share them, watch the advertisement. Son of a gun. I know that's not what you wanted to hear, but that helps me big time. I took a 150 and put it, oh, that's that one. Okay. Try Googling Mini Craze. They have a couple cool Cub stuff. Yeah, let's check that out. What's it called? Mini Craze? Didn't come right up. I'll look at it later on. My buggy is wired in 12 gauge. Big son of a gun, huh? Gy6 152 QMJ, I think that is, with Racing Cam A9. Will it work? Yeah, it'll definitely work. Heck yeah. I haven't had any luck. All my Cub parts are coming from Asia. Moto Gaga is another place to check. The guys there are cool. Has some good exhaust. I'm telling you, this street Cub stuff is not easy. If there's a demand for it, I'll import it and I'll sell it to you guys. But I honestly don't think there's a demand for it in the States. So out of those, the videos that I did for the street Cub, there's 100, at one point, there was 130,000 views. 900 of those views came from the United States, just to give you an idea. What's the best 63 millimeter kit? I would choose one. There's all kinds of them. I wouldn't buy one made in China because the walls on the 63 millimeter are super thin. I would recommend anything out of Taiwan, which I have a kit for that. I think that it's $150 if I remember right. You can email me if you want to move forward with that. Do I sell upgraded valve springs for the Gy6? I don't think I've ever done. I've just replaced heads. I know that there's some out there. Some people do like titanium valves. All you need is one sick build. Take it to shows and you're in business. Yeah, you wouldn't believe, like, people are taking pictures of this. Is like, if you ask me, one sick build, this thing is my sick. It's not for everybody. Some people are like, shake their head at me. But this son of a gun is sweet. I spent a lot of time and effort on this. I actually just put the stock lights back on with upgraded LEDs. And I was bragging all these videos, oh, I'm running the 8-pole stator with the fuel injection system and all that. Well, newsflash, it now has a 11-pole stator because it wasn't like in these headlights. Well, anybody else got anything else? I'm gonna start wrapping it up. What do you think the Sax Madass? They're badass. They are way sweet. They're built really well too. They have that same motor that you find in the Cubs. They're not fuel injected, but they are electronic ignition. They're sweet. Maybe I'll start doing these YouTube lives more. I guess I'm getting some good feedback here. A lot of people are watching, so appreciate that. And yeah, share my channel with people. It helps me out. Helps me to help you. I really appreciate everything. I got a 100cc big bore kit for the Wolf Rmx. It's coming with a new carb. Do you have to still jet the carb? So I don't know where you live. You got to be careful though, because the 100cc kit, you might not be getting the 100cc kit. If it's 100cc, it's a 50 millimeter. Sometimes they don't. They're wrong on that. 52 millimeters of 120cc. If it's in Colorado, they're already too rich from the get-go. So if you do a 100cc kit, then you normally don't have to jet. But if you live at sea level, then yes, you're gonna have to jet. And I have jet kits. You can buy them if you want. You can jet your carb. Oh, the Spree. That's my wife's bikes. My wife was born in 1986, and we got this for like $200 from a customer. And I have a buddy motor I wanted to put in it, but she will not have that. She said she just wants it to. It basically all it is art. It just sits there. It's not a very good place for art right here, but when we had our office, she had it in the office, and we don't want it at home. Stink the place up. I guess we can drain the gas, but that's the Spree. Just an old scooter to look at, pretty much. They're slow as shit, so 30 miles an hour tops, unless you start messing with the motor. What do I think about the 150 T-Mac motor? I don't know what that is. I'll have to check that out. I put a CDI box and a voltage regulator. Will I be able to hit 80? Yeah, you can hit 80 if you do the right gearing. I would need to know more about your what you're trying to accomplish, but yeah, you can totally hit 80 on a Gy6. That sucker over there will do 100, and remember I lose 20% of power. 100's freaking scary though. Actually haven't gone 100. I know it'll do 100. I've gone about, I don't know, 75 or 80, and that is freaky. I'm gonna look up this T-Max motor. What was it called? Let's see what this. Yeah, T-Mac. T-Mac motor. I'm gonna see this. Some basketball players coming up. T-Mac. What is T-Mac? 150 T-Mac. Yeah, it doesn't come up. I don't know. We'll research that later. Let's see. Fish stick? Thank you for that. I appreciate that. Right on. AF16 it. What did I have? I had an Aprilia RS50. Is that an AF16? Or AF60? What was that? AF is normally a Honda motor. I don't remember. What's an AF16? Is that the Spree motor or the little Honda two-stroke? Let's see. I forgot what that was. AF16 motor. Oh yeah, AF16. I see what you're saying. You're talking about for the Spree. Yeah, people do that. I'm telling you, my wife will not let me do that. I kind of want to get another one and put that buddy motor in it. That thing would fly. So the email address is rollingwrenchdenver@gmail.com. My Gy6 150 keeps blowing the fuse, and my indicators are not blinking. I think it's all right. So I see this all the time. Whenever you have wiring issues like that, fuse is blowing, things like that, on just a stock Gy6 Chinese scooter. And normally where it comes from is pull the headlight, on your scooter, and where your steering neck bearings are. Let me show you what I'm talking about here. So see your steering neck stops there. You steer and it stops. The wires get clipped in there from the steering stop because they're not zip tied correctly out of the way. That's the first place I would check, is in the steering neck there. Let's see what else we got. Me $1 or €1. Sweet. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. My email address, yeah, I think I already told you this, but if I didn't, the email address is rollingwrenchdenver@gmail.com. Yeah, I already, let's see. Yeah, thank you, Fish Stick. That's sweet. I really appreciate that. That helps me out big time. I mean, as much as I want to say I do this for fun, I do, but it's not all about fun. It is money too. You gotta make a little bit of dough when you to keep up with these videos because they take so much time. Let's see. You will be hearing from me on the 150cc. Yeah, check out on the website the 180cc or 190cc kit. We have one right on the website. It's expensive though. It's like $1,900, but it's. Everybody always tells me all my stuff's expensive. Not everybody, but a lot of people that don't understand. The reason why is because you pay for what you get. I only put out quality stuff. Sometimes the price isn't always there. But I don't want to hear about it later that something sucks, and I don't put my name on something that sucks. So just know that when you're dealing with a rolling wrench, you only get the best. Thanks, you guys, for hooking me up with some cash. I appreciate that. Oh, this is a T-Mech engine. Try that. TMV T-Mech engine. That's the one that I was trying to spell. Oh, T-Mech engine. So that all that is this is what I'm looking at. So that's just a Gy6 or a QMJ17. That's all that is. What do I think of those? They are sweet. That's this is just a Chinese version. It's a Gy6 motor. I can't tell you the quality of that at all because I don't have any personal experience on it, but it's a standard Gy6 motor or yeah, QMJ157. Do you guys have any group rides? You know, we've never done group rides. Sometimes I'll ride with like a customer that I, built their scooter and we want to tune to make sure it's good. But I really haven't. I think we should, but I haven't. Maybe later, maybe sometime. NCY oil cooler install video. Yeah, we can do that. Those NCY oil coolers are pretty sweet. You can right where the drain plug is on the Gy6 engine, is that's where the oil cooler hooks up. Here's the thing about like Tita motors versus, so like you would use, if you have a Gy6 motor like this made in China, you would use an NCY oil cooler. But if you're dealing with like a Tita or Tita's the only one that does this, but you see up under here, there's actually a spot for an oil cooler in the case. Otherwise you would tap into this guy. So in case you didn't know, now you do. We only see black? Really? Does anybody else see black, or can you see my face? Is just the screen blacked out, or black screen? How about now? No? All black. Yeah, I don't know what to say about that. I guess that's a wrap. I want to thank everybody for watching my YouTube live. I'm sorry it just went black. I have no idea what the heck happened, but look for my new video. It's coming out maybe tomorrow. I appreciate all the support. Fish Stick, thank you for the donation. I really appreciate that. Thank you so much. And have a good night.